In the world of reality TV, few relationships have captured the hearts and minds of fans, quite like Jenny and Sumit's journey on 90 Day Fiancé. From the very first time Jenny, an older American woman, met Sumit, a younger man from India, viewers have been on the edge of their seats, witnessing the highs, the lows, and the incredible amount of challenges this couple has faced. But just when fans thought they had seen it all, Sumit dropped a bombshell during the latest episode, one that has left fans both shocked and in suspense. Sumit's confession has taken their already dramatic relationship to new, unpredictable heights. Let's dive in to explore what this shocking admission means for their future and how it will affect their long-running relationship. Before diving into Sumit's shocking confession, it's important to understand the complex dynamics between him and Jenny. When the two first met, Sumit was already married to another woman, which set the stage for the tumultuous path that would follow. Jenny, who is significantly older than Sumit, moved to India, hoping to be with the man she loved. What she didn't anticipate was the massive cultural differences and the many obstacles that stood in their way. In addition to Sumit's marriage, Jenny had to face the overwhelming disapproval from his family. As a result, Jenny's journey wasn't just about building a relationship with Sumit. It was also about trying to earn the approval of his family and securing a future together in a country that often felt foreign to her. Through it all, Jenny and Sumit maintained their love for each other. They faced betrayal, deception, and constant tension with Sumit's parents. But their connection seemed unwavering, and fans applauded Jenny for her dedication and patience. Just when fans thought the couple had finally turned a corner, Sumit made a shocking confession that has left everyone reeling. In a recent episode, Sumit revealed something that not only shocked Jenny, but also took viewers by surprise. Sumit admitted that, for years, he had been keeping something from Jenny, something that could change everything. Sumit confessed that he had still been in contact with his ex-wife long after his relationship with Jenny began. Not only was he talking to her, but he also revealed that they had been meeting secretly behind Jenny's back. This revelation came as a devastating blow to Jenny, who had trusted Sumit completely and believed he had moved on from his past. The timing couldn't have been worse. Jenny, who had been trying to build a life with Sumit in India, had just begun to make peace with the cultural challenges and the family pressure. To find out that Sumit had been hiding such a significant part of his past, especially after all they had been through, was a punch in the gut. Jenny's reaction to Sumit's confession was one of disbelief and heartbreak. For months, she had been fighting not just for her love with Sumit, but also for acceptance from his family. She had sacrificed so much to be with him, leaving behind her life in the US, enduring a foreign culture, and dealing with constant disapproval from Sumit's parents. Now, it felt like all of her efforts had been for nothing. Jenny's trust in Sumit was shattered, and for a moment, it seemed like their entire relationship was hanging by a thread. Jenny questioned whether she could continue to invest her time and energy into a relationship that had so many secrets and hidden agendas. She also wondered if this was a deal-breaker for her, as she had already invested years of her life into their love story. Of course, Sumit tried to explain himself. He apologized profusely for the secrecy, explaining that he had been trying to protect Jenny from the pain of knowing the truth. He claimed that he was still trying to figure things out with his ex-wife, but assured Jenny that his heart belonged to her. Sumit insisted that his communication with his ex was strictly out of a sense of obligation and not out of any romantic feelings. For Jenny, this explanation wasn't enough. The betrayal cut deep, and it was hard for her to reconcile the man she thought she knew with the person standing before her. Sumit's justification seemed weak, and Jenny struggled to find a reason to trust him again. So, where does this leave Jenny and Sumit? Is their relationship over, or can they work through this latest challenge? The truth is, Sumit's shocking confession has made it clear that there are still unresolved issues between the two. Trust, once broken, is difficult to rebuild. However, the bond between Jenny and Sumit has always been one of resilience and perseverance. Despite the many obstacles they've faced, cultural clashes, family drama, and betrayal, there's always been a deep love and understanding between them. This confession might serve as a turning point for their relationship. Jenny will need time to process everything, and Sumit will need to prove his commitment not just with words, but with actions. The The couple will have to decide if they can move past this betrayal and build a stronger future together, or if the cracks in their foundation are too deep to repair. As expected, fans have had a lot to say about Sumit's confession. Many were stunned by the revelation and expressed their disappointment on social media. Some believe that Jennie deserves better, while others feel that the couple should be given a chance to work through their issues. What's clear is that this shocking twist has ignited a passionate debate among fans about love, loyalty, and forgiveness. As always with 90 Day Fiancé, viewers are eager to see what happens next. Will Jennie and Sumit continue to fight for their love, or will this be the final straw that separates them? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: this relationship has taken a wild turn, and the journey is far from over. 90 Day Fiancé couple Jennie Slatan and Sumit Singh have revealed big news about their relationship after being caught begging to return to the franchise and suggesting they are not doing well financially. Sumit from India had catfished Jennie from California when they first met more than a decade ago on Facebook. Sumit also had a secret wife for several years despite being in a long-distance relationship with Jennie. Jennie still married Sumit. She faced backlash from Sumit's family for her age. Sumit and Jennie have a 30-year age gap. However, Jennie was able to win Sadhna over. Sumit shared an Instagram post revealing a major update. "Big news," he wrote in his caption as he added he and Jennie were thrilled to announce that they were going to be back on the network's 90 Day Diaries show. "Starts from 7th of April, Sumit added. He asked fans to get ready for an all-new season of love, drama, and adventure. "Are you excited to see our story unfold again on your favorite show?" he questioned his followers. The attached picture showed Sumit and Jennie in Hindu wedding attire. Sumit and Jennie keep posting on social media, but their posts don't reflect the reality of their lives in India. In the last edition of 90 Day Diaries, Jennie and Sumit revealed that his mother had finally accepted Jennie as her mother-in-law. The couple had flown to Thailand on their first international trip ever and met up with David Toborowski and Annie Suwin, who tried selling them their condo. Sumit and Jennie are still living in India, suggesting they are in financial trouble. It appears Sumit was working at a restaurant and has lost his job, adding to their woes. Moreover, the money coming from 90 Day Fiancé stopped when they stopped. Making appearances in regular spin-offs such as The Other Way and Happily Ever After, about a year ago, Jennie was seen commenting on a 90 Day Fiancé casting page on Instagram that she wanted to return to The Other Way with Sumit. Her comment looked desperate since she'd also added a praying hand emoji, suggesting she was being serious about her request. Jennie's comment received some shocking reactions from 90 Day Fiancé fans. They believed Sumit and Jennie's storyline was boring and didn't have any drama going on to stop it from getting stale. However, their return proves that there have been some major updates in their lives. The fact that Sumit and Jennie are posing for wedding photos when they already got married in 2021 proves this. It remains to be seen what Jennie and Sumit have to offer their viewers, as their future in the franchise will also depend on it. Jennie Slatan and Sumit Singh from 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way have surprised their fans with a shocking one-year transformation. The duo shared before and after pictures on social media as they flaunt their glow-up after investing in their health and fitness self-improvement journey. The couple faced countless challenges during their stint on the TLC show due to prevalent cultural differences and the stark age gap. Sumit Singh shared a snap of their one-year transformation journey on his Instagram story in October 2024, according to Screen Rant. The story featured then and now pictures from October 2023 and October 2024, respectively. The couple has undergone significant upgrades in their appearance. Singh, who previously sported short hair, has now opted for a longer hairstyle with a ponytail. On the other hand, Slatan has ditched her dark brown locks for refreshing natural blonde. Jennie Slatan also has shed some significant pounds. Considering that their age gap has been a principal matter of concern in their relationship, the couple has strived to work on their appearance to shut down haters. The couple's impressive transformation can be seen more up close in a collaborative post by Jennie Slatan and Sumit Singh on Instagram on October 18, 2024. In the post's caption, Singh expressed his love for his wife. The reality TV star gushed about his wife and their relationship in the following words. Sumit Singh and Jennie Slatan have faced tumultuous struggles throughout their relationship. The duo met in 2011 on Facebook, and Slatan fell head over heels in love with Singh. She sought to marry him despite Singh already being married, not to mention their 30-year age gap. From being disowned by his parents to cultural disparities, the couple leaned on each other through thick and thin and finally gained acceptance from his parents. In 90 Day Diaries Season 5, Episode 2, which aired on January 15, 2024, the duo finally gained acceptance from Singh's parents. Though initially his parents starkly opposed their relationship owing to the 30-year age gap, the episode showcases that both his parents are now on board. Singh's father had previously given them his blessing, but his mother was adamant about standing her ground. A self-filmed segment in the episode had Singh and Slatin sitting with his parents, enjoying family time. Singh's father revealed how things have changed, and they've learned to broaden their views and accept their son's happiness. Jenny Slatin expressed her gratitude to her in-laws during the segment. Singh, too, was mighty pleased by the developments. He shared his thoughts and expressed his happiness, exclaiming how his family's acceptance was the greatest achievement in his life. 90 Day Fiancé couple Jenny Slatin and Sumit Singh have made a big move after spending the last 5 years together in India. Sumit was working at a call center when he catfished Jenny from California by pretending to be Michael Jones for a year. Jenny quickly forgave Sumit when he finally confessed to the truth. Sumit and Jenny's 30-year age gap was not okay for his parents, so they married him off to a woman of their choice. However, Sumit continued dating Jenny long distance until she came to India in The Other Way Season 1. Sumit was born and raised in Delhi. When Jenny moved to India in The Other Way Season 1, Sumit had not told his parents about her decision. He also kept Jenny in the dark about his first marriage. Sumit used to make trips between his accommodation with Jenny and his parents' house until he was finally caught by his in-laws. Once it was decided that he would get divorced from his first wife, Sumit began living with Jenny in a bungalow in the state of Uttar Pradesh, India. In 90 Day Fiancé's Toe Season 2, fans got a glimpse of Jenny and Sumit's traditional Hindu house blessing ceremony at the Noida house. As part of the ritual, a priest stood at the entrance and guided them through several symbolic customs before they could step into their new home. He poured water into their hands using a leaf and instructed them to wave their hands above their heads. Sumit explained that the ceremony was meant to purify the space and remove negative energy. The blessing involved Sanskrit chants, a flower pot Jenny carried on her head, and even a surprise cow indoors. Jenny and Sumit considered relocating to Thailand, with David Toporowski and Annie Suwin offering their condo in Jomtien Beach as a potential home. David, now a real estate agent, showcased the fully furnished one-bedroom unit, priced at 2.1 million Thai baht, to Jenny and Sumit during a segment on 90 Day Diaries. The condo's proximity to the beach and its foreign ownership status made it an appealing option for the couple, especially given their challenges in India. Despite the enticing offer, Jenny and Sumit ultimately decided to remain in India, continuing their journey together. In a surprising turn of events revealed in a January 2024 episode of 90 Day Diaries, Sumit's mother, Sana, officially accepted Jenny as her daughter-in-law. For years, Sana strongly opposed their relationship, even going so far as to threaten to disown Sumit after he secretly married Jenny. However, she changed her stance. The emotional moment touched both Sumit and Jenny, though some fans remain skeptical about whether this acceptance would lead to lasting peace in the family. 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way star Sumit Singh is taking a peek back into his catfishing days. The reality TV star met his now-wife, Jenny Slatin, back in 2012, pretending to be a man named Michael Jones. He kept Slatin in the dark for a year before coming clean. The duo hit it off despite the catfishing and tied the knot. Sumit Singh's recent Instagram story, although as per lighthearted fan take, has the star tapping back into his catfishing days as he posted a story with a filter that made him seem unrecognizable. According to Screen Rant, Sumit Singh posted a selfie on his story with a filter on that made his face appear clear, looking dapper with a smart beard, long locks of hair, and a suave black hat. While the story was quite lighthearted and blasé, it can't be ignored that Sumit Singh and Jenny Slatin have undergone quite a transformation this past year, especially considering how the two of them met. The duo has a 30-year age gap, which was the major barrier to their tying the knot after the two of them first got to know each other. Singh and Slatin have thrown themselves into transforming their physical appearance, with the latter shedding significant pounds and the former trying to adopt a more mature look by growing out his hair and beard. Their drastic physical transformations are evident in Sumit. Singh's birthday post to his wife on Instagram from November 21st, 2024. The duo were last seen in 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 7, where Jenny Slatin was finally accepted by her husband's parents. However, unlike the other couples in the franchise, Jenny Slatin and Sumit Singh's relationship is quite unproblematic, which doesn't make for good TV. The major hurdle in their relationship was Sumit Singh's parents, especially his mother, refusing to accept Slatin. However, with that being resolved in 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 7, the duo has nothing to bring to another season of the reality TV show. According to Screen Rant, Jenny Slatin had publicly reached out to the official 90 Day Fiancé casting Instagram page back in May 2024, asking to be cast again while hinting that they still have some drama surrounding their relationship that needs to be unpacked. Fans, however, commented that the couple were too boring under the following comment left by Jenny Slatin on the 90 Day Fiancé casting Instagram page. 90 Day Fiancé star Jenny Slatin's often been considered an unlikely mate for Sumit Singh, but he recently honored her on her 67th birthday, and later on, the two danced joyfully outside. For Jenny, the latest installment of Scorpio season has been so fulfilling. Every time Sumit gushes about their love, she must think back to when it wasn't so easy. Everyone was against her, but she learned how to fight her own battles. Clearly, she believed that Sumit was worth fighting for, and maybe he was. Now that he gets less shade from his toxic mother Sadhna Singh, who used to strongly disapprove of Jenny, it looks like Sumit can really be himself and show his love. Maybe he loved Jenny all along. She forgave him for catfishing her in the beginning, preferring the real Sumit to the imposter. That's actually sort of romantic. Sumit can count on Jenny through thick and thin. Ahead of Jenny's birthday, which is November 21st, Sumit posted a loving tribute to his wife. On October 7th, 2024, he let the world know exactly how he feels about the poor woman who's been mercilessly mocked for loving him. Yes, Jenny hung in there when she should probably have cut her losses, but maybe she was right all along. She may have been fighting for a good life with a nice man. Maybe Jenny saw qualities in Sumit that didn't always come across on screen. Sumit wrote. In the photo accompanying the post, Jenny and Sumit smiled, and both appeared to be at peace. While Sumit seemed like a real wimp at times, he had his troubles too. Growing up with parents who withheld love when he didn't follow the rules must have been grueling. Now, he can just be himself. Things are a little better between Jenny and his parents. That was really the biggest thorn in his side. Seeing Jenny enjoying her life without the usual heated arguments and belittling by her in-laws is amazing. When no one's putting her down and trying to make her feel bad for simply existing, she blooms. Sumit seems to be blossoming too, really relaxing into a relationship that is right for him. No one gave this couple the freedom to live. Everything was under a microscope. Nothing was good enough. But the truth is that both are good enough. They always were. Jenny may be loving this phase of her life. It could be better than any other. She's worked through so many issues, and now she's built bonds with her in-laws. How strong those bonds are remains to be seen. In particular, Sadhna is not to be trusted. The abuse she doled out was on a grand scale and relentless. So, although there's peace, it's always tentative. What's shining through here is happiness. It's a happy couple in action. Real happiness is hard to fake. It just radiates, giving a person a look that is difficult to mimic. In the past, most of the time, Jenny didn't look completely content. She had problems and the stress showed. Now, she's fit, smiling, and enjoying fun activities with Sumit. It doesn't seem like these two need a lot to be happy. They have each other. However, there's one thing they may need: money. Jenny is not wealthy. She used to talk about her financial issues on screen. Sumit previously didn't have a lot either. This may be why they want to go back to the 90DF franchise. Jenny's been talking publicly about how she'd like to be cast again. However, in the franchise, happiness doesn't really sell. That's probably why they haven't been cast in upcoming spin-offs.